Hello everybody, good afternoon and thank you for being here. My name is Julian Salazar. I'm a sales associate for Apple, and I have had the honor to come here and talk to you, future customers, about one of our newest products, the iPhone 5. Before I get started, I wanted to share a quick story. A few weeks ago, me and a group of friends were on our way to my friend Taylor's birthday party, and I'm sitting in the back seat messing with the Siri settings. And I look over to my friend Tom. His real name is Taehyun. He's a foreign exchange student from South Korea. And I think to myself, well, hey, let me set this to Korean. Let me see if it works, right? So I set it, and I give it to Tom, telling him to talk to the phone. And he was just amazed. It was able to talk back to him, have basically a conversation. And he asked me, Julian, do you think I can get this back in South Korea? And I said, yeah, sure, Tom. Like, whenever you go back, that'd be great. And it came to mind, it's really ironic because he's from South Korea, owns a Samsung phone. Samsung is the manufacturer of one of the iPhone 5's greatest competitors, the Galaxy S3. So I thought that was a personal victory over that. And it also made me think about Steve Jobs. Actually, a year ago, not from today, but he passed away on October 5th, 2011. I thought about his dream about what he wanted the iPhone to do, what his purpose was. And made me think with my story about Taehyun, was that he wants this phone to go global, to interact with people from different countries, and to assist them in their everyday lives and make their lives overall easier. And after his passing, the company is now under the direction of Tim Cook. The iPhone 5 has not lost its luster, it still shines, but it has come under many criticisms, and it's just one of the new challenges of being under new management and being a new phone. Today I'm going to be discussing with you the design, the features, some of the hardware, and then overall why it's a better phone than its leading competitor. And hopefully that will help you choose to buy this phone at the end of my presentation. So before I go into the whole spiel about the design and things like that, it'd be better if you got to have a hands-on experience instead of envisioning this in your head. So I'm passing around my phone to you. You may play with it, do all that. Just text, call my mother, go to my Facebook, anything like that. But you're welcome to look through pictures and just scroll along. So I'll start here. But it'll be very important to have that at the end of my presentation. I'm going to need that to show you something. So let's get started. Why the iPhone 5? It's not susceptible to most phone viruses, having it be Apple technology. But it's not completely immune, but it is more susceptible. It's a great personal assistant. It's known for having Siri, a more updated version of Siri. It's easy. It has easy hands-on use. It's I'm going to go into this later, but it's easy to synchronize with the program iTunes, which is available on not only Mac computers but also Windows. So it's able to keep a track of all your stuff, your personal things. It uses one more thing in life. With the growing market of Android phones, you want to be able to take on the world with at least one phone that's reliable. Before my iPhone, I had an Android HTC phone, and absolutely gave me problems until I switched, so I'm really glad I did that. And also, incredible speed. That's another thing that's reliable. I mean, you don't want a phone that's going to be really slow. You want a smart phone, not a slow phone. And one more thing that just helps makes life easier is that it has an incredible battery life. And especially with I'm going to go into this later too, I'm getting ahead of myself. The new processor it has, it's faster, but it takes up less memory. So another thing to look into. So let's get into the design. The iPhone 5 is 20% thinner than the iPhone 4S, 20% lighter. As it goes around, you can feel it. It's overall 12% less volume, and it's made of glass and aluminum body. The one that's going around is white. Comes in two colors, either white or black. So the features. It is the first Apple LTE phone, which means it's incredible speeds. It has a 4-inch Retina display, an 8-megapixel camera, capable of panorama, so you can start here and take a picture of the whole class at a wide angle. That's usually available on just digital cameras and not through other phones. A lot of Android phones don't have that. It has 18% more pixels for an impressive 1136 by 640 resolution. It has Apple Maps. Now I know Apple Maps has been under criticism early on, especially for having some glitches, but for most users, for a lot of testimonials, a lot of people aren't having problems with that. It's just with certain instances, or I guess depending on the area. Like I said earlier in my presentation, it has a more upgraded version of Siri, and it has that A6 processor. Hardware. When you purchase the new iPhone 5 from any retailer or from any store online, it comes with two things: the Lightning connector, which is relatively new, and as well as the earpods. Now, because Apple is always looking forward to enhance your experience with their product and to help you go through life easier, they created the Lightning connector. The Lightning connector helps sync data faster, as well as charge your device faster. I had my phone plugged in for 10 minutes, going from 30% battery all the way to 99%. Before, I would have to have my charger everywhere to class if it was low on battery and charge it while I was in class. Now, it loads instantaneous. Also, there are the earpods. We redesigned the overall design of the way the earpods fit into your ear to enhance your music listening ability, or as well as you're on the phone. You can also change the song or increase volume or decrease it through the little part in the middle. And it can also act as a microphone. Okay, to talk about the iPhone 5 versus Galaxy S3. First of all, the Galaxy S3 has an OLED screen versus our Retina screen. Due to testimonials, especially from, I think it was from Huffington Post, that the OLED screen it doesn't give off as much light, therefore the screen is not as bright, it doesn't give you the best picture quality, so therefore our Retina screen is better. There is no need overall for an application killer on the iPhone. For those of you who don't know, on Android phones, whenever you open apps, those apps stay open even though you get out and do something else. It's draining your data. iPhone 5s don't do that. And instead of having a hassle of going back to your application killer and constantly closing those apps so that way it doesn't drain your data usage, Apple wins there. There's also the speed of LTE. There are not a lot of Android phones that have LTE or 4G, and also the wireless is also up there with the speed. Drop test. This is actually very interesting. According to Tech Radar, there were drop tests. And in about 6 drops, there was a crack in the iPhone 5, which I thought was really weird because I'm keeping my phone always precious to me. I want it to drop. And the Galaxy S3 cracked in under 4 drops. But yeah, it was destroyed when thrown to the ground, like out of force. So I don't see when that would ever happen. But lastly, synchronization. Whenever you want to plug in and add your media to your phone, pictures, music, videos, anything of that nature, you have to go by and do it by hand. Name the folders, name the playlist, things of that nature. But for the iPhone, all you have to do is have the songs plugged into your iTunes, have your photos linked to the iTunes account, and it automatically syncs. It takes away that extra step needed every time. So say if you had a new song, you have to go back and drag it, rename it, things of that nature. But it's instantaneous with the iPhone 5, especially with the Lightning connector. Okay, so to end my presentation, to become part of the Apple family, there are AT&T, Verizon, and also there's Sprint. It's not available on AT&T as of yet. Right now, with the new line or an upgrade, it's $200. Retail price and on eBay online, it's actually over $700, depending on which model you decide to buy. It comes in 3, 16, 32, or 64 gigabytes, white or black. I thought this is actually very interesting. And if your phone were to be stolen or broken, for $7 a month for insurance, you can buy the same iPhone for $200. And I know that sounds kind of high, but it's better than having your phone stolen and having to go buy a new one for $700. Okay, So thank you everyone for coming to my presentation today and hearing more about the iPhone 5. If you're interested in purchasing one, we have representatives from all 3 of our carriers, AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon, in the back of the room to take orders. However, if you want to go home, sleep on it, think about it, you can always visit one of our Apple retail stores. And someone changed my background. That's nice. Thanks, guys. You can go to any one of our Apple retail stores. And for those of you who don't know where those locations are, you can always ask Siri. Location to Apple stores. Or, sorry, direction to Apple store. There's a lot of things going on right now.
I found 15 Apple stores. Tap the one you want directions to.
So, here you go. Okay, does anybody have any questions?